right, let's make it a little. There you go. A little lesson. Don't come back on. I'm telling you, this air conditioner is possessed. It's like the one in The Odd Couple. There we go. Okay, so far it's good. So far, 2 days in a row since I didn't play or sing with the music at the opening so far. So tonight, again, I'll do it again. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you shall find. Ask and you will be given the key to this heart of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. That's right, welcome to the world of the Songfather. Okay, on the Songfather Show on this 23rd day of August. Next week is Labor Day. Bada bing, bada boom, everybody's back to school. It just flew. It's too much. Too much. And I was cracking up a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure you saw that. Because Tina was singing while I was singing, so it's kind of cool, but it's a little unnerving. He's doing it on purpose. What? Can you hear him? Like you're going to answer me, I can hear you. Well, maybe you can when we do the chat, but whatever. So, Friday, last night, holy moly, I swear, this is not a lie. I think I saw Dorothy and Toto go flying by. I did. It was unbelievable, especially when the last thing I heard was, and it was on a different station, from a guy who's usually pretty good. I see it's weakening. It's not even, maybe way at the end of the island of Long, that is. They could get a little heavy shower here and there, but for the rest of us, I see it breaking apart, and maybe you get a light little thing, whatever. Well, let me tell you something. It took out half of Long Island. Trees, lawns ripped up, trees, telephone poles. It was horrible. 35, 50,000 people without power. You got to be kidding me. What is wrong with these people? I swear. Well, anyway. The Yankees lost, fourth in a row. The only good news so far is, of course, Glaber. It's Glaber Day. He went 4 for 4. And he had 2 homers. So he's the second youngest Yankee in Yankee history to get to 31 homers. Or 30 homers. I'm going to say 30. Besides Joe DiMaggio. This kid is just like on fire. And Gio, who was definitely setting the world on fire, went for the golden sombrero. That's 4 strikeouts. What are you kidding? Mr. Judge hitting the ball good the past couple of games. He's decided to hell with it, man. I'm not going to keep trying everything to right. Somebody must have told him that. If you learn to keep hitting the ball to right field, they won't give you any. They'll start giving you some more inside pitches, and then you can blast it into left field. And nobody was doing it. Nobody was falling for that trick. So he decided, the hell with it, I'm going to just start smashing it. And he's been hitting the hell out of the ball. So good. It's just what we need since we have no pitching. And the Mets won again. They are now in third place in the NL East, and 1 game back in the wild card. With, I don't know, maybe 35 to 40 games left of the season. Uh-oh. So, what? Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Everybody, Tino's here, as you can see. Okay, Tino. You want to take a bow? There you go. Take a bow. Do some tricks. Go upside down like a bat. So, in Stockton. I'm going to start off with a very nice story. Stockton, California, a house caught fire, and everybody had gone to sleep. Mommy and daddy and grandpa and grandma, they all live in the same house. And they put their little 7-month-old baby in the crib to go to sleep for the night. Why at 7 months the baby has its own room, I don't know, but whatever. And all of a sudden, grandma hears the dog barking. They have a nice little pit bull, nice big pit bull. And he's barking, and he really does that, Then his intensity got a lot higher and louder. And so she got out of bed and goes, something can't be right. And when she got out in the hallway, she smells the smoke. And she's like, oh, my God. And then she sees flames. So she goes running upstairs to the baby's room. And she gets in there, and the pit bull is in the crib with the 7-month-old. And I know. He was had his mouth around the baby's diaper. He was pulling her, trying to save her and pull her out of the crib. I had just going there for a minute. I could see he's all going, oh, no. He's starting off with this. So that's why I was barking like crazy. Nobody answered him, so he said, to hell with it. I'm going to try to say, of course he couldn't, but he got into the crib, and he had his teeth locked on the diaper and was trying to find a way to, get up and pull the baby out of the crib so we could save it. And luckily, Grandma came in, then everybody else came and picked up the dog, picked up the baby, and ran out of the house and everything else. So not only did he save the 7th-month-old, he saved everybody in that house. They were all unconscious asleep. Wow. How's that to start off with, huh? Yeah! Okay. So tonight we are having all songs picked by Daddy-O, 4 of them, and 1 picked by Chris. So tonight's their night. We're giving it to them, okay? Why they're getting rocked and kicked around yesterday, up in the undisclosed location by the water, on the boat, if you know what that means. So, and boom, it just came through. I mean, they showed on the news that parts of Connecticut, which are not too far, from where they might be, had a funnel. There was a funnel over in Jersey. I mean, this was an ugly storm that nobody saw coming, that everybody said, don't worry about it. We got nothing to worry about. Really nice. Good job. Wonderful. So thank God everybody's okay. So this is their musical night as we head into the weekend. Can't believe it's another weekend already. Jersey 34 busted. That's correct. In a major drug trafficking organization, heroin, cocaine, meth, fentanyl, and ecstasy. 37, more to come. That's all they're saying. More to come. FBI, DEA, local authority, everybody working together. That's what we want. Get rid of these son of a bitches. Okay? And not so much the ones that are hooked, because they need help. I understand that. But the ones that are bringing it in, the ones that are selling it, the ones that are killing everybody, that's the ones. That's who. So 34 on that bus. That was very nice. And I don't know if it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. Over in, I think it was Yosemite National Park. I don't know if you saw the video, but, a bunch of cars were driving through, and so they stopped. They were going, because there was a whole bunch of bison, a herd of bison were on both sides of the road, and kind of minding their own business. And 2, 3, 5 started crossing the road a little bit. So this guy in an SUV throws it into reverse to give him room to cross. And the beep, 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 beep got them nuts. And they started charging, hundreds of them. A stampede. This hasn't happened since Davy Crockett days. A stampede of buffalo, bison, were running down the road. People were diving for their lives and jumping into their cars. Why they were out, I don't know. And they were headbutting cars, they cracking windshields, denting doors. And it was like unbelievable to think that could happen in this day and age. And then people started yelling at the guys. Like, what are you yelling at me for? You shouldn't have had that on your car. Shut up. Shut. What did you say, Freddie? Shut your mouth. But if you see it, it's scary. They are gigantic. And you see this one. This one, but they're all coming. But this one particular gigantic one, like he picked out this car while they were filming it, And he's like, oh, really? You're going to film me? And puts his head down, Boom, almost knocked the car over on its side. You see the whole windshield crack. They're running by. They catch a mirror, with the top of their shoulders. The mirror goes flying off. Oh, my God. Pretty cool, I must say. And, let's do a song. Let me just tell you about this one. Bagel Boy. You remember I've been telling you about the Bagel Boy from the island of Long that hates women because they make fun of him his whole life because he's short and he's this and he's that, whatever. Got thrown out of bars, went nuts on the guy that owns Bagel Boss out here for no apparent reason. The girls behind the counter. He saw them snicker. I know they were snickering at me. And, oh, my God almighty. So now they're going to fight. I told you he's going to be fighting Lenny Dykstra in Atlantic City. So now they had this little get-together down there where it was announced that the September 28th will be this big little fight. And so they're getting stupid with each other. I mean, they're both completely stupid. And I don't mean insane, stupid. There's nothing. It's gone. But I got to give the Bagel Boy, watch the video. You see it. It's on YouTube. Or you can read the story. He got some good digs in there with his mouth, because Dykstra's saying, I'm going to kick your ass. You're a piece of this, you're that, you're that, blah, blah, blah. And he was, all I got to do is bring one beer into the ring with me and you're gone anyway. I mean, oh, yeah, well, you got a 1-inch pecker. And then Dykstra pushes him, and they catch him. He goes after them. They're getting in the middle of him. And then he went to shake hands. Bagel Boy went to shake hands with Dykstra, and Dykstra smacked him in the face. And then it started all up again. And, it's all bullshit. It's all hype to get people into that stand. Who wants to see Lenny Dykstra, who I thought, had whatever, and the Bagel Boy? Who wants to see them get in a ring and fight? Crazy. So the musical songs tonight for Daddy-O and Chris. Chris is the last one. Don't get mad, Chris, but it's Daddy-O. Come on now. And it's a lot of the real good standards that you don't really hear a lot, And this is what he wants, so this is what he gets. This is the first one from Casablanca, and right, yes, you can play the piano. Go ahead. And when Humphrey Bogart is like, he starts hearing him play this song. And he goes running up, who told you? Who told you to play this song? I told you never to play this song. And she told me. He goes, oh, and he looks over there, and there she is. Oh. So it's an old, what do they call it? I don't want to say wives' tale. I hate that thing. Folklore. It's a folklore, an untrue folklore that he said, play it again, Sam. Play it for him. He says, play it. He did say that, but he didn't say it again. Play it. You can play it for her, you can play it for me. If she can stand it, I can stand it. And he plays it, and he couldn't stand it. He drank 4 bottles and ended up on the set with John Wayne. They had a massive fight. It was horrible. But anyway, so here is As Time Goes By. Jimmy Durante had a nice hit with this too. You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings, as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs, never at a date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. And love song never had a date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. As time goes by. You played it for her? You can play it for me, Sam. Pork chops and applesauce. I cracked myself up. So, I might not even tell it. It's too sad. The sergeant in the NYPD, who was in charge of the whole thing with the police officer Pantaleo and Garner, the 300 and whatever he was, 60, 80-pound man, unfortunately lost his life. Pantaleo was cleared of all charges, but they still fired him. And the sergeant who was in charge of overseeing the whole thing was cleared. And then held a press conference where Commissioner O'Neill kind of took shots at the PBA president and saying, that's it, no more. I ain't being Mr. Nice Guy. I don't have thin skin anymore. Say what you want about me. You want to play that game? What are you doing? What are you doing? This ain't Facebook. And so they cleared her of all charges and any of all pending charges, if there was to bring any investigation. No investigation is going to be made. No internal investigation is going to be made. Said and done, she did a great job. Okay, I don't know. I wasn't there. But the fact that it's a woman and she's black. So I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know. But, I just don't understand why Pantaleo gets fired, and nobody else that was in charge of kind of whatever. Anyway, so there's these 6 people in Connecticut. They were out in the field. If you didn't watch yesterday's show, then you have no idea what I'm laughing about. In Miami, this is like completely, like you can't even think that this is true. What? Okay. You need a license for this. You need a license for that. You need a license to be a hair cutter. You need a license to be a landscaper, this, that, boom, bing, everything. But you don't need a license to open up your own cosmetic place, plastic surgery cosmetic, sculpting. You don't need that. You don't need a license. You just need to have a machine, pay the rent, and you're cool. Okay? I don't even know if you need to have insurance. But so 6 convicted felons, 6 of them, from all different walks of felony. Maybe I wrote some down. Let me see. Of course not. Oh, here you go. Bank fraud, Medicare fraud, prescription fraud. I only wrote those 3 down. It's enough. They opened up their own plastic surgery down in Miami. Not in the very heart of Miami, just right on the outskirts, but it's still in Miami. And so far, they opened it, I think they said it was a year and a half ago. 13 people are dead, and 30 people have been hospitalized with incision hernias, infections, and they said something else, and I didn't write it down because I'm a maniac. But there's no Florida law that you need a license for that. Forget if you don't need a license for. How do you let 6 convicted felons do that? Where did they learn their trade? by slicing people up down, when they came out of the mess hall. Ay, 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 ay. So, why I'm on the subject of, I got to find it. Here it is. Why we're on the subject of, because I said the word felon, San Francisco is about to change all that. Yes, because they have everything perfect over there, as you know. They're no longer going to call someone that spent, years and years in jail a convicted felon. That's out. They're going to be called a justice-involved person. No longer, if they're in jail, will they be called prisoner, inmate, or convict. That will no longer be used, okay? Because that name separates them from the society. The society that they infringed on, that they pooped on, that they killed somebody, they maimed somebody, whatever the hell it is, whatever they did to society, if you give them that name, we're going to alienate them from the society. No, I'm not done. Juvenile delinquent, it's out. Throw it away. That's not going to be good for some of those 50s groups. I'm not a juvenile delinquent. Hey, there's now going to be called a young person with justice involvement. Okay? What are you, juvenile delinquent? No. I'm just a young guy with justice involvement. Okay. Drug addict. What is that? That guy's a drug addict. That girl's a drug addict. No more. She's a person, or he's a person with a history of substance abuse. Can't use the word drug addict because it implies, this is their words, it implies that they're addicted to drugs. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. But you can sleep in the streets, crap on the sidewalk, urinate anywhere you want, put up tents, have sex, beat each other up, right there on the road and the street and this and that. You don't have to clean up. People are trying to eat, and they're cutting into their steak, and and there's a guy taking a poop right there 10 feet away. That's okay. But please, don't call that guy a convicted felon. Don't call him homeless. He's just currently habitat undocumented. I don't know. We can make all kinds of things. It's ridiculous. Well. All right, so I had to get that out of the way because I had said felon. And so there's a lady up in Portchester, New York. That's Westchester, but we call it upstate, but it's really not upstate, but it's in Portchester, which is right by Rye, and it's nice, very nice area, whatever. But a woman turned 108 years old. Okay, you say, wow, that's pretty good. And so I don't know if you saw the little shindig they had for her at the home that she's at. And they wheel her out. Boom, she had no teeth, but 108, who cares? She had her crown on, because she's the queen for the day of her birthday, 108. They brought her out. Her arms are up in the air, dancing as they're singing. They bring her over. They bring the cake. She blows out all the candles. 108, pretty cool. And they asked her, what's the secret to living to 108? And she said, by being kind to everybody, but most of all, being thankful every day for whatever you have, and don't concentrate on what you don't have yet or might not ever have. There you go. 108. There were a couple of 90-year-old guys giving her the look, too. They were trying to peek. Stop it now. She's damn pretty with her teeth in. How I got on Deliverance, I have no idea. And then some stinking piece of ass, excuse me, piece of crap Uber driver here in New York tried to kidnap a 15-year-old girl and get her back to his apartment over in Brooklyn. And very smart girl. Maybe her parents taught her what to do, or somebody, whoever taught her, genius. She starts screaming at the top of her lungs inside the car. I have to go to the bathroom. If you don't let me go, I'm gonna go right here in the car. So the moron pulls over to McDonald's. Says, hurry up, get in there and get back in the car. She goes into the bathroom, locks the door, calls 911, and they lock the guy up. Good. I won't say what my justice would have been, but they got him. Good girl. Good going. Now, parents, she's just getting off work, 15 years old, Uber, Do you know who these people are? No. They're people that appear on your phone. You pay the bill on the the computer or on your phone, and then some guy comes up and holds your name in the window, and then you get in the car with him. How do you let a 15-year-old girl do that? And this happened to be at 1:30 in the morning. She was getting off work from somewhere. I don't know. Child labor laws, but whatever. But thank God she's okay. So. Let's do another. Wait, Wyoming. What did I say about Wyoming? Oh, that's where the bison were. It was Wyoming. Yeah. Wow, we did the whole first page already? Wow, you guys are unbelievable. You are. You're really good. You really keep me going. These stories that you send me, it's so nice and wonderful. Tino, well, yeah. Okay, so this is, I think it's from South Pacific, I'm pretty sure, called, this is where Daddy-O wanted to be, Some Enchanted Evening. If you remember, Jay and the Americans had a nice hit with it. Very nice. The only one I can still sing of his. I used to be able to sing all his. I don't know if you ever heard the story. We were filming the movie Contract on Cherry Street. And Sinatra was, was the lieutenant. And Jay Black and Robert Davi were the Sonatos brothers. That's what they were called. That's what their characters were. And, they were bad dudes and hitmen and everything else. So we're setting up for a shot down by Brooklyn, on the Brooklyn side, and then the Brooklyn Bridge was right there. It was a beautiful shot. And the character was driving a 18-wheeler. And they didn't have it in the right spot, so, may rest in peace, my uncle, cousin Sal, driving trucks on and off his whole life because I got it. So he moved it in and got it in the right position. Now they're getting the lights and the cameras and everything. So I'm sitting behind the wheel having a smoke, and Jay gets in the other side because that's where he was sitting. And then Robert Davi was, I don't know, probably chasing some girl. I don't know. And then he would come in and sit behind the wheel when they're ready to shoot. So, we're just sitting there, we're bullshitting back and forth. And what's a favorite song by Jay and Americans? And I said, probably Karamia. He goes, yeah, everybody says that. I said, well, what's yours? And he said, this one's Some Enchanted Evening. I love the story that it tells, And I said, well, you hit some pretty good notes with that, but not like Karamia. And I started singing it. What made me do that, I'm not quite sure. And he just reaches over and puts his hand over my mouth. Don't ever sing that song in front of me again. Yeah, woo! I know I've told it a couple of times, but I like telling it because now I tell it because Daddy-O picked this song, Some Enchanted Evening. You may see a stranger across the other side of the room, and then you know. You don't know how you know. You don't know why you know, but you know. Right, Tino? That's why you're always looking out the window, right? Oh, my God. It's crazy. Something's wrong. Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room. And somehow you'll know. You'll know even then that somehow you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear her laughing across a crowded room. Night after night, as strange as it seems, The sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you hear her call you across a crowded room, then fly by her side and make her your own. Or all through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her go. Thank you very much. Thank you. Daddy-o, how you liking him so far, baby? How many people call their father baby? All right, now he's going. Should have taken a sleeping pill. What? Okay. All right, I'll tell it. I hope you can hear that. So over here, a lot of New York stories today. What the hell's wrong with me? Should make them up, make believe these things happen somewhere else. But it's a bad story, horrible story. But I'm telling it so at the end we can say prayers. But a 30-year-old man lived in a very nice, exclusive East 25th Street apartment, $3,500 a month for a one-bedroom. All right. And he's coming down to the lobby to wherever he was going. And so the elevator comes down, the door's open. But the elevator hadn't come down all the way. So it came down, one guy stepped off, the second guy went to step off, and it went back up. So now he's falling down the chute, the elevator's above him, and he's holding on to the side. One guy is standing there and doesn't seem to notice. The other guy is standing there looking at him and keeps on pushing the button like to hold the door open, and the thing jumps, he falls in, it comes down, crushes him in front of 5-6 people. They saw him get bent in half and just horrible. So it turns out that there's been problems with there's two elevators, problems with both elevators. The one on the right, the one on the left, I'm sorry, that he didn't use had been shut down as early as a month ago and just went back. Then they passed their inspection, whatever they did, and then they just had a problem with it jumping and stopping in between floors as little as last Thursday, I think. What's today? Friday. This happened Thursday, so yeah, the Thursday before. And so the poor guy's gone, 30 years old, and the horror of the people that saw it, they'll never get that idea out of their head. But now everybody's all up in arms again. Like the story I was telling yesterday, about all the homeless and the garbage and the water and the L.A. River is green and brown. Yeah, now everybody's up in arms. Everybody's I'm going to get to the bottom of this. If there's been problems with that elevator, somebody's going to pay for it. And they brought in some experts on the elevators, and they said, for this happened the way it did, it can't happen by its own. Somebody has to be in the control room, which they have the maintenance people. They have control rooms for the elevator too, and if somebody's stuck, they can override the safety so they can get the doors open. There's a whole bunch of bullshit involved in it, and because it's happened at the hospital a few times. Nothing major, God forbid, nobody got hurt, but got stuck and couldn't, whatever. But so that was happening then. They've been on notice. The management people own the building who were getting $3,500. starting going up to $10,000 a month rent from other people that live up higher in 3 bedrooms. And you getting all this money coming in. I'm sorry, but I don't care. You want to be a realtor, you want to be a landlord, you want to be a big organization with these fancy places, you got to hold up your responsibility. So if you're being put on notice that there's problems with these and your people, your employees are playing with the safety switches just to get them working, so the people that live there, the tenants, don't get upset, there's a problem there. And now, look, it took somebody to lose their life. But I just don't understand the guy was literally a half a foot, maybe a foot away from the guy, and he's pushing the button. I understand what his mentality was. Like, I'll push the button, that'll hold the doors open, But why don't you just grab the guy? You know what I mean? I know it's a quick second thing, you don't know what to do, but I know what I would have done. My first thing I would have grabbed him by his shirt and yanked him. If he lost a foot, he lost a foot, but he didn't lose his life. You know what I mean? And he was leaning up against it and holding on. He had his feet up on the edge and his hands around the side of the door like this with the door open. But when it went up, he fell backwards. And then it came down and just terrible. So please say prayers for him and his family. He had just moved here a little while ago from Milwaukee to land this job that he's doing great at. He was one of those guys that you always hear, loved by millions and everything else, and gone now, because somebody, again, taking a shortcut somewhere on not, doing their due diligence. It's a terrible story. But so pray for him, his family, who had to fly in now and bring the body home and have a funeral and everything else, and for everybody that was there that had to witness that, we say prayers for them too. So anyway, okay, so I told you about that. Larry King is going to divorce court, and he's going to be playing the Beatles song number 9, because this will be his 9th divorce. 9. He's 148 years old. And the family's rejoicing because supposedly, seriously, what is he? He's 95, 96, I don't know what he is, 148, whatever. And he marries this young girl, 30-something years old, and, so the family was upset because supposedly she stepped out on him a couple of times, and, he only gets up and he walks over and he puts his sweater on, he does that commercial, makes believe that he's interested in what the guy is saying, gets a couple of $1 million and goes back to sleep for the next 12 months. But anyway, so she's out now. Prenup was signed, of course, and now out, boom, he's redoing the will. She ain't getting nothing. That's what the family's saying. So did they care for Larry's heart, or did they care for his wallet? But here's what he'll be saying. This is what he'll be singing. Ready, Tino? And a 1, and a 2, and a... No? Yes? Okay. Stop hiding behind the mirror. What is this, the Wizard of Oz? Oh, no, it was the curtain. It's called I'll Be Seeing You. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In the small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer day, everything that's light and gay, and I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you, Tino. I see you right now on the screen. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is through, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you. Of course I'll be seeing you. If you're mooning me, I'm going to see you. I had somebody do that once. And I said, oh, what an ass. Thank you. At least Tino laughed. Right? Yes. Okay. We're rolling along. Uh-oh. Yeah. Rolling along my merry way, singing a song, I will be gay. You can't even say it anymore, all those songs that had the word gay in there, you know? Because then everybody makes fun of you. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but you know what I mean. So Steve Martorano, celebrity chef, Martorano's down in Fort Lauderdale and a few other places, great chef, great food, is teaming up with Kelsey Grammer, Fraser Crane. And they're pitching a show to the networks where they want to have Martorano meet with immigrants. It didn't say if they were documented or undocumented, so I don't care. I'm not saying anything. And what they want to do is that he will sit down with them and they will tell him about the... What? They don't eat finches. Wow, take it easy. And so they're gonna tell him about their meals and everything that the cuisine that they grew up on and what their favorite things is to make at home and blah blah blah. And he's gonna make it on the show. I don't know. It sounds like it might be pretty cool. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. There better be Italians on there. Knowing Steve Martorano, there will be. Love it. So, the upper level of the George Washington Bridge, up here again, New York. Everything is in New York. What's wrong with me? Anyway, it was closed down for a few hours because somebody reported a pipe bomb, and there was no pipe bomb. As if the traffic isn't bad enough. And let's do this one. Two more, and then two more news stories, and then Chrissy's song. This is my father's favorite song. I remember this as a kid, that him and my Uncle Mike singing this. Uncle Mike was my godfather, and was my uncle. That's why I called him Uncle Mike. But they loved this song, and this was, I don't remember who sang it, damn it. But the jazzed up doo-wop version of this song was pretty good too. But everybody who ever picked up a microphone from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and 60s sang this song called Pennies from Heaven. Right, Tino? Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortunes falling all over town. Make sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you got to have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Oh! Played a hell of a table. Every time it rains, the pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains a pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortunes falling all over town. Be sure your umbrella eyes upside down. Trade them for a baggage of a sunshine of flowers. If you want the things you love, well, you gotta have showers. So if you hear that thunder, don't you run under the tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Pennies from heaven for you and me. Make it quarters and you got a deal, maybe. I don't know. I don't like quarters anyway because I used to be a Chippendale dancer. And I used to get hurt. I used to get a hernia walking home with all those quarters in my underwear. Everybody else was the young guys. And they were getting dollars and everything. I was getting quarters. Good thing it wasn't pennies from heaven, that's for sure. That's right. That's it, Tino gave me feathers. What am I going to do with that? Stick it in my hat and call it macaroni? Yeah. I did. I think I gave you all of them. Holy moly. A former U.S. attorney is now being named as a special prosecutor over in Chicago. I think it's Chicago. For the Jussie Smollett case. Remember Jussie Smollett? Jussie went, made a complaint. A couple of guys took him, put a noose around his neck. They were going to kill him, this and that, but everything. But then it turns out he was caught on that camera, nothing, that camera, this, that. Witnesses, the two people that were with him as the witnesses now turned around and gave statements against him. And boom, he's going to go away to jail. But all of a sudden, DA, boom, drops all the charges. She's good friends with the Obamas. Her daughter works with the Obamas. This and that, boom. This guy's coming in now. Special prosecutor. Not on anybody's payroll, not the U.S. attorney. Nobody can get to this guy. He's going to do his own thing. Watch what happens. Watch Jussie really start doing his flips now. Oh, yeah. Don't do the crime if you can do the time. Boom. Hey, Fred. I'm going to call him Fred. I'll be Beretta. No, I don't want to be Beretta. He killed his wife. Sorry. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about William Shatner. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. How ridiculous am I? I can't help that. I can't. My name's not Robert Wagner. Did I say that out? Holy moly, you got to be kidding me. So anyway, you know what they are? They're all a bunch of clowns. There you go, Chrissy. You're looking for them? Well, here they are. Very good song, by the way. Very sad song. And I'm just sending this out quietly somewhere. But it's called Sending the Clowns. It's a song about a couple, and they've been together a long, long time. And everything was fine until one day one of them gets a little restless and decides, that's it, takes off. Holy Jesus. And, whether it was the guy or the girl, it doesn't really matter. Just a beautiful song, and as Francis Albert always has written, how do you put it? It's a beautiful, I thought I wrote it down. No. Oh, I did. It's a lovely marriage of words and music, written by the very talented Stephen Sondheim. And the song's about the breakup. It really doesn't matter who left, but it's about somebody, you're together, and then all of a sudden somebody says, I don't want to be here anymore, and leaves. Wow. Not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. You end up doubting yourself. You sit around with your head up your ass, and just everything reminds you of this and reminds you of that. And what mistake? If you don't know what you did, like they're saying here, they're saying in the song, we're some pair, ain't we? Back and forth all this time we're together. I'm finally grounded and ready to move forward, and now you're up in the air, and now you don't know what you want to do, and now you took off. Doesn't say who it is. That's what I like about the song. It could be her saying it, but they're saying to each other, we're some pair, boy. You know what? It's a freaking circus. Send the clowns in. It's ridiculous. What? Oh, you don't like clowns, huh? Well, I'm going out and getting a clown mask tomorrow. Yeah, I am. You know why? Because Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Where are the clowns? Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can move. But where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Just when I stopped opening doors, finally finding the one that I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, nobody's there. Don't you love farce? My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Don't bother, they're here. Looks like I'm playing, I know. Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my timing this late in my career. Where are the clowns? Send in the clowns. Well, maybe next year. Maybe next year. That's all I can say. Wow. I know Stella's going to be out there now, and Lorna and a few other people. What are you doing? The last song of the night. You're making us cry on the last song of the night. That's right. And you'll think about it all weekend, saying, I can't wait till Monday so I can have some happy songs. Not just a hat rack. What, Tino? Yeah? Okay. I don't know who's crazier, me for thinking I understand him or him for thinking I understand him. Interesting. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's the show. We did it. Yankees got 3 games starting tonight. Oh, sorry. 3 games starting tonight with the L.A. Dodgers. Wow. Why don't they go down by the L.A. River? Huh? L.A. River. L.A. River. Okay, so Daddy-O, there you go. There's your songs, and the one song for Chrissy, and cool songs. I like them all. And especially Pennies from Heaven, and I'm singing, and I look, and there's a penny there. Are you kidding me or what? Oh, danger, Will Robinson. Nobody will get that until later. So have a great weekend, safe and happy up here in the tri-state area, even over into like over to the Boston area and everything else. It's only supposed to be 72 to 75. Absolutely no humidity, no heat index, just boom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weather. So everybody enjoy that. And still hot as hell down there in Florida where Sonny is, down over there in West Palm. And, they just, I don't know how he does it. He's been down there long enough that he's adapted. His blood and everything else is adapted. And when he comes up here, it's hysterical to see. He's freezing. If he comes up here anytime after September, he's freezing. Dad, can I borrow your sweatshirt? Why? It's cold. Okay, that's it. We're going to the hospital and give you a drug test. Something's wrong. Dad, my blood is all thick now because I live in Florida. Okay, I got it. Your blood is thick because you're a guinea like me. That's why. Why you got to be so thick all the time? But, so yeah, have a good weekend. I love yous. Thank you. Anything you might have missed over the past 3 months, it's up on YouTube. Watch any show. Please share it. Tell everybody about it. Share, 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 share. I'm Sonny. Here's how you remember, because I know you guys are busy. Sonny, share. Sonny, share. They say our love won't pay the rent before it's earned. Our money's all been spent. You got it? I guess that's so we ain't got a pot. At least I'm sure of all the things we got. Babe. Papa, 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 I got you, babe. All right? Everybody happy now? So, all right. Have a good, safe, please. Happy weekend. I can't believe next weekend is Labor Day. It's unbelievable. But every day is Glaber Day with the New York Yankees. Ciao. Love yous. Cham. Tino, anything? Here. Tino. Anything? Got anything to say? Huh? And now he's shy. Oh, my God. He's so shy. That sweet little boy who caught my eye. That sweet feathered bird who caught my eye. All right, I got to go. Take it easy. And cut.